While the fundamentals don't change, there are a few differences when you're learning how to talk to older women and get her interested. More often than not, you'll find they know what they want and don't have much time for boring dates or conversation. Of course, that's not to say older women have a bad attitude, quite the contrary. The straightforward, open communication is refreshing. Just make sure you come prepared. If being a great conversationalist isn't your strong suit, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. In this guide, I'm going to give you few simple ideas to get you started. The best part is, you'll find they work in just about any situation. These ideas will get you by in a text conversation, at the bar, or any one of our favorite places to pick up older women. By the end, you'll have more than enough to make a start. Then you can begin adding your own flair to it. You'll know how to talk to older women in no time, and it all starts here. 1. Be confident. She's talking to you for a reason. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this point. Confidence is something every single person finds attractive, so don't let her age ruin that for you. She's happily engaged in conversation with you, and nobody is forcing her to be there, so quit stressing about it. Obviously, she's comfortable with the gap between you, so there's really no reason to be second-guessing yourself. 2. Don't make the age gap a focus of conversation. Age gaps aren't the taboo they used to be. You're both aware there's a gap between the two of you, but honestly, it just doesn't matter anymore. That said, in the initial stages of conversation, it's something you'll both be slightly anxious about. The worst thing you can do is poke at the source of that mild anxiety. If it comes up in conversation, fine, but don't let it be the focus of what you talk about most. It's only going to make those anxieties worse and ruin it for you both. If you're stuck for what else to talk about, below, you'll find few of the easiest topics to help build questions to ask an older woman. 3. Never try to act like an older man. This is another common mistake you might find yourself making as you figure out how to talk to a woman older than you. Like you have to act like the men you think she'd usually date. The thing is, if she seems interested in dating you, at least in this instance, you're the one she wants to date. Not you acting like someone her age, but you, playing the role of you. Remember, if she wanted to be with an older man, she would be. Feeling a little tongue-tied and lost for words when you're in a conversation with an older woman? Here are some go-to topics that will almost always keep the conversation flowing. Her passions. A great way to bore someone to death in a conversation is to roll out the tiresome, "What do you do?" Instead, ask her what her passions are. What makes her tick? What gets her excited? Those are the things you want to know, and the things that will spark an interesting dialogue. Some of the best questions to ask an older woman revolve around topics like this because it's interesting. She enjoys talking about the things she's interested in. It's easy for her to talk about them, and it's interesting for you too. Talk to older women about travel and she'll be more interested. Most older women have traveled, and for better or worse, we all bring back exciting stories from those adventures. It's another topic that's interesting for you both and something so easy for her to talk about. In fact, research finds that 18% of people want a second date after talking about travel. It lets her relive her adventures while sharing positive memories with you. Better yet, if you've both traveled to the same place, you've got endless topics of conversation right there. Travel is a gateway topic that leads to other topics, like passions, goals, memories, and favorites. It's a conversation that keeps the positive vibes flowing as long as you keep the dialogue on the right track. This is also a great way to start a conversation with an older woman. Her dreams. Almost as important as her passions are her dreams. Some older women feel the pull of their dreams stronger than their younger counterparts. They might feel they're running out of time to live their perfect existence. Talking about her dreams will get her excited, thinking of the future. It's a great way to connect beyond superficial conversation. Talk about how you might fit into her picture-perfect future. Advice. Older women love to give younger guys advice. It makes them feel important and shows you're open-minded enough to accept her perspective. She knows you have less experience than she does, and it's important that she knows you can be vulnerable. So if you want to talk to an older woman to get her interested in you, asking her for some advice is a great way to do that. By staying engaged and asking follow-up questions, you'll show her that you're interested in what she has to say. Being a good listener is a great way to attract women without talking. Her goals. Goals aren't the same as dreams, but they are definitely one of the best ways to start a conversation online with a woman. Goals are smaller, more realistic steps towards something she's aiming for. For most of us, they're also what gives us a sense of purpose and excitement in life. You'll learn a lot about her and have a productive conversation. Who knows, you might even motivate her to chase some of those goals. She'll be so thankful for your help. Your passions, dreams, and goals. Your passions, dreams, and goals are important too. Most older women are keen to know about their date, so she'll probably ask about your passions, dreams, and goals. If she doesn't, that's okay. You can find a way to bring it into the conversation organically, or wait until the next time she says, "Hit me up." Since good conversation is a continual back and forth, you should always be prepared to answer any question you ask. Talk to older women about relationships to get her interested. This can be a tricky one, but if done right, it's another interesting point of conversation. Relationships are something you both undoubtedly have in common, and they don't have to be a negative. Discussing relationships can bring the conversation to an intimate place, breaking down barriers. Begin by talking in the abstract and slowly bring the conversation to be about you and her, if that's the direction you're both heading. We hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe, like, and share for more content like this. Until next time, stay safe.